Hello, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know who I am, my name is Shook. I make NBA DFS content, sportsbooks, prize picks, anything you can think of. All these videos, they get posted to this Reddit. I'll have it linked down below. And yeah, ton of news today. So, like, we had a ton of value open up. We had the Indiana Pacers just turning into nukes with McConnell out. That was a bump to, like, Nemhard, Mathurin, and Halliburton. Then we got Nemhard rolled out after lock. Just insane stuff. Campaign out. We had Saloon random start, then Conchar in, which kind of killed Kennard and Conchar themselves. Just crazy slate today. Zion randomly rolled out, which shot Brandon Boston Jr. to the best value play on the slate. So crazy slate. You can ask me questions leading up to lock about the slate. I replied to absolutely everyone. So that will be linked down below. And then if you ever need to get a hold of me privately, you can get a hold of me on Twitter right here. And if you're into like sports books, I do post sportsbook plays on Twitter every single day. I posted 4 last night. We're currently 3-0 on those. So yeah, if you ever want to play sports books, I do post them on Twitter as well. And then if you're looking for more in-depth content, I will have my Discord link down below where I give you guys player pools, cores for cash, GPPs, flag plants and GPPs, sportsbook plays. Like, I post a ton of volume for sportsbooks. I can just show you guys. Like, this is just today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13 bets today. Prize picks underdog. And I always recap them every single day, every single month. I do monthly recaps as well. So yeah, that'll be linked down below. All right, just a little 3-gamer here. We'll go over my lineups. I haven't looked. I'm probably not cashing any single one of my lineups. I locked Halliburton. Every single lineup I played Halliburton. Every single lineup, and just I feel like I nailed this slate. I took my core today was Jaren Jackson Jr. It was Brandon Boston Jr., Jose Alvarado, and who was the fifth? Jaren Jackson. Oh, Miles Turner. He actually was not in this lineup, but I had Miles Turner in both my other lineups, as you can see. I played 3 lineups today. He was in this one, like locked Halliburton. Locked Halliburton just absolutely killed me. But hopefully this lineup cashes so I can make a little bit of money back, but it's going to be a losing day regardless. Halliburton, man. Why, man? Is this line gonna cash? What am I at? 323. What's the cash line? Yeah, I should. This line should cash. There's like no ownership left, so I'll make a little bit of money back. It's just Halliburton. Why? Even got the Nemhard roll out, which gives him a huge boost. So unfortunate, man. But yeah, I guess I'll make a little bit of money back. So going to be a losing day, unfortunately. So yeah, got a little 3-gamer here. We'll get out of your hair. This is literally going to take 5 minutes to go over, and then we'll get out of your hair. So Zach LaVine is questionable. That's going to change the entire slate. I still think there's some good plays on this team, even if Zach LaVine plays. So let's go over both ways. If Zach LaVine plays, I still think Patrick Williams is a fine value. But Zach LaVine himself, if he's not on the limit, I absolutely love at 7.1K. Fantastic matchup here going up against the Atlanta Hawks. Both these teams play really fast. Chicago's pace is way up this year. I would really like LaVine, assuming he's not on a limit. I still would have interest in Kobe. Still would be a solid play. Vooch, I still would really like at 8.3K. Even at this price point, would still like with LaVine in. Like I said, Io would probably be able to play at 5.9K. Same with like Taylor Horton Tucker. Jalen Smith's fine dark. He's getting the backup 5. And yeah, I think that would kind of be it. But if we get Zach LaVine now, I think you're going to want a ton of these Bulls tomorrow. Vooch would look phenomenal. I would love him. Josh Giddey, Kobe White would both look amazing. Prefer Kobe White to Josh Giddey. Would still love Ayo Dosunmu even at this price point. Patrick Williams would be a really solid value. Taylor Horton Tucker would be fine for GPPs. Dalen Terry at 3.4K would be firmly in play as a value. There would just be so much to love here if Zach LaVine's out, and some good plays with him in. Just such a great matchup, such a pace-up spot. These teams, they don't play a ton of defense. They play fast. I think regardless if LaVine plays, you're going to definitely want some of this game. It's definitely by far the best game to target on the slate. Pace-wise, matchup-wise, etc., etc., etc. But yeah, if LaVine's out, you're going to want some pieces. I really like this Atlanta team. DeAndre Hunter, but Bogey, going to be out. I'm just assuming Hunter's going to continue to be out here. I expect him out. So with that being said, Okongwu and Capella did not split the center minutes. If we take a look, they actually played Larry Nance some. But Okongwu 17 and then Clint Capella 19, which a little bit surprising. They usually kind of split the center position, which does make them firmly in play. Like if you give one of them like 23 minutes at their price points, they're probably gonna have a good game. So, like some interest in both the bigs here. Not amazing plays, but definitely some interest. He's so up and down. I don't know what to make of it. Some games he'll play massive minutes. I don't believe he got into foul trouble tonight. Let's just take a look. Where is Atlanta? I had the box score up earlier. Yeah, no foul trouble really much tonight. Only 25 minutes, but the good thing is they're going to run the rest of the starters into the ground, and it's a fantastic spot going up against Chicago. So, like, Trae Young, one of my favorite spin-ups on the board, probably the best spin-up on the slate. Him, Harden, it's close. I probably give the edge to Trae Young, honestly, just because of the matchup. I really like Trae Young. I think Jalen Johnson looks phenomenal. Love, love, love both the top two guys here for Atlanta. Dyson Daniels playing massive minutes right now. Now, he's not going to do a ton when he's out there. He had a bit of an outlier game tonight, but still firmly in play. I would assume, at a similar price point. And you can get to like Risher, assuming DeAndre Hunter is out. I'm still saying his name wrong, by the way. But yeah, minutes up and down, production up and down, but still firmly in play if you need it. And then, yeah, Nance was in the rotation. I do like Garrison Matthews for value. He should play around 20 minutes. He's 3.2K, super, super cheap. So I do like me some Garrison Matthews for value if you need some cheap value pieces. Like I said, Nance played, David Roddy going to be in the rotation as well. And, yeah, I think that's it. More like 150 max plays for me, personally. Moving on to Brooklyn, so back-to-back here, so you could see Claxton sit. You should have Ben Simmons out here. So if they're both out, I mean, you can't really go small here up against Cleveland. It's like Noah Clowney was dealing with an illness today. He DNP'd. But I'd assume they would start Clowney here. I don't really think you can go too small here. So like, if Clowney starts at 3.8, assuming he stays out of foul trouble, I would think he'd have to play all the minutes he can handle at 3.8K. He would look great. Dorian Finney-Smith will probably get the backup 5, but once again, how small can you go up against Cleveland? I'm not entirely sure, but assuming they're out, I would really like Dorian Finney-Smith as a value at 4.6K as well. What else do we have here? Dennis Schroeder gets a massive bump with Ben Simmons off the court because Ben Simmons, does a ton of ball handling, etc. So that really, really kind of hurts Dennis Schroeder when Ben Simmons is playing, when they're playing alongside each other. But if Ben Simmons is out, Dennis Schroeder gets a massive bump. Wouldn't be like a phenomenal play at 7K, but would be solid. I always just prefer Cam Thomas, but it's not a great matchup for both of them. And then Cam Johnson's just super, super safe. Like, the minutes are going to be massive. He can grab some rebounds. He's a guy that's going to chuck when he's out there. Decent shooter. Like, super, super safe play. And then, yeah, really like Dorian Finney-Smith, assuming both those guys sit. And then, yeah, Noah Clowney. I don't think they can go small here. Now, if we get, like, Claxton in, and then Ben Simmons on a back-to-back should be out, assuming there's, like, no limit on Claxton, then, yeah, he started tonight. He'd be way too cheap. Then I assume they could go like Dorian Finney-Smith backup 5, but I would assume could be just like Noah Clowney. But hard to say. And I don't mind Zaire Williams also at 3.9. I think he's a perfectly fine value, especially if those two guys are out. So yeah, more looking to the value here for Brooklyn. Pending Nick Claxton, but it's back-to-back. He's been limited all year, etc. And then Noah Clowney was dealing with an illness, but he did not play tonight. Yes, keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. Non-COVID illness. They kind of tend to take it a bit easy with those. So just be a little bit careful there. Alrighty, Max Strus going to continue to be out here. Isaac Okoro started tonight. We should have Dean Way back. The game kind of blew out with, Karis LeVert back, Dean Way back, everyone back. Takes like Sam Merrill out of play for me. It hurts Donovan Mitchell. It hurts Darius Garland. So I don't think both the guards look amazing at their price points. I think Donovan Mitchell, if I were to play one, but I think my favorite play here is going to be Evan Mobley at 7.4. He has a new role this year. In competitive games, he should play mid-30s minutes. 7.4K does seem a little bit too cheap, so I think Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, my two favorite plays on Cleveland. So like both the bigs here, and then I'm not touching the value. We're gonna have so much better value open up potentially on like Brooklyn, Chicago, etc. Moving on to Toronto. So we could possibly have Quickly back already. So if he's back, that's going to hurt everyone. It's going to take Davion Mitchell completely out of play. Grady Dick would be unplayable at that price point. RJ Barrett would still be playable at 8.88. And then if Quickly's not on a limit, I would like Quickly in GPPs. I do like Yakapurtle though. I think Yakapurtle and Zubac at their current price points, fine spot for both of them. Center on the slate, Vooch would be my preferred if Levine out, but I think those guys are right behind Vooch. Then I have Mobley there right behind them, and then pending if Claxton plays, if we hear if he's on a limit, whatnot. Yeah, so like Pirtle, even at that price point, he's just playing massive minutes. They have nobody behind him. As long as he stays out of foul trouble, he's going to play close to 40 minutes. So, yeah, really like Yakapurtle. Then yeah, if Quickly's not on the limit, you can go there. RJ Barrett gets a downgrade, but still be fine. Then kind of can't touch anyone else. Although Chris Boucher is playable at 4.3. Mogbo is probable. If we get Quickly out, then I think you can consider more plays. Although the price points still are up, but RJ Barrett would be a great play at 8.8. His potential assists are way up with no Quickly on the court. Like he legit could have went for a triple-double 2 times, but potential's way up with Quickly off the court. He's doing a lot more ball handling. Him, Davion Mitchell, kind of running the offense here. Would really like RJ, would still like Yakapurtle quite a bit. Grady Dick would be in play, but tough to get there at that price point for me. And then Davion Mitchell should play massive minutes. Like I said, he is doing most of the ball handling duties, averaging close to like 20 potential assists. I've been hammering his assists like every single game. Would be a fine play at 5.8K. And then Ochai Agbaji, I can't pay that price point for. And then Boucher is in play as well. Moving on to Clips, good spot here. James Harden, I would say, is probably right behind Trae Young as my favorite upper spend up on the board, but I think like Jalen Johnson is just phenomenal. And then those Chicago guys would be my favorites, point per dollar. But James Harden right up there. Zubac we kind of talked about with the Yakapurtle. Definitely still a good play at 7.9K. Norm Powell at 7.2. It's a good matchup. Does have a ceiling when he's hitting his shots, but the price point is kind of steep. Derek Jones Jr., we're going to have so much better value open up later. It's hard for me to go there. Same with like a Kevin Porter Jr. as well. Just main takeaway, keep an eye on like Brooklyn and Noah Clowney and his illness, because if both Clax and Ben Simmons are out, they have like nobody else. I will definitely keep an eye on that as well. Keon Johnson's also getting some minutes, but yeah. So that's going to do it for the video, guys. Hopefully you guys had a good night. Hopefully you have a good weekend as well, and I'll talk to y'all later.